Good morning and welcome to Royal City Nursery. It is spring, happy spring, and in honor of spring, we're going to give a little demonstration on how to plant your spring bulbs. And we've got most of our spring bulbs have arrived, not quite all of them. We've still got a couple on back order, but we're very excited. Behind me, we've got the display. And while technically not a bulb, it is we call them bulbs just for a way to call them. The Dahlia plant is one I'm going to be doing the potting of, and the fleshy tubers here, or rhizomes, are where the storage for the plant for the season is. And so that's what it is that we're going to start sprouting. What we need to do at first is find a pot that's an appropriate size. My 6-inch pot is okay, but we're still about 2 months away from actually planting them outside. I'll get more root depth and more root expansion using my 1 gallon size pot. So that's the one I'm going to be going with today. The soil I'm using today is the Fafard's Urban Garden. I like this one because normally when I'm starting my sproutings and seeds, I'm using my sprouting and seeding mix, which is a finer texture. The Urban Garden is a little bit coarser, but it's good for putting in and around the larger sized roots. It will have good airway for the fine roots to get into, and it's also going to be a good mix, nice and solid and sturdy in a pot this size. Something lightweight, I'd be concerned of it tipping over. So my first job is to fill my pot about halfway. And then I'm nestling the root structures gently down into that. Give it a bit of a shake, give it a bit of a jiggle. And then take some more of my soil mix, which I've dampened because I like working with a damp soil mix. Easier than starting to get it hydrated after the bulbs are in. And I'm going to leave some room at the top for expansion. My watering can, which I've got the sprouting mix fertilizer in. Get it all nicely settled in. Tap it to get everything nicely adjusted. Finally, put my label in. As with the seedlings, I'm going to be putting this in a warm spot to start with and get it into light once the shoot has started to come out the top. We've got some really cool and unusual bulbs this spring as well. Things that I haven't carried before and I'm really excited about. Things like the Mexican shell flower I'm really excited about. I love flowers that have something going on in the throat. It's really neat. Peruvian daffodils. This one, although it says hardy amaryllis, not for our location. Don't leave it in. And my all-time favorite is the peacock flower. This one, it has just a lovely spicy scent. So that one is really lovely. What we're doing, once this is sprouted and growing, we have a couple of options with what we can do with it later on. Come the warm weather, come times where it's not going to be dropping too badly into the cold temperatures, we can put our already growing plant out into one of our container arrangements. We can put them in the garden. We can just keep it in this pot. A number of different options for it. When we get to the tail end of the summer, when we get to fall, we're starting to get some cold days. Once they've been hit by frost, most of these guys, the tops will die off. And that's the time where you're going to be lifting the bulbs for winter, because these guys will not survive the winter. That's the difference between our fall bulbs and our spring bulbs. Spring bulbs that we're planting right now, they need to come out for winter, so we can plant them again next year. So get a jump on the season, get them into soil already, and you'll have a really lovely plant by the time the end of May comes around. Take care. We'll see you soon.